Hey friend, welcome back to Bible Tract Echoes. I'm Micah McCurry, your host. Thank you so very much for joining me once again today. I'd like to bring you up to speed just a little bit on the goings-on, what's happening behind the scenes here at Bible Tracts Incorporated. Of course, this radio broadcast, it's titled Bible Tract Echoes. It is the radio arm, a subsidiary of the greater ministry Bible Tracts Incorporated, a ministry founded all the way back in 1938. Does that feel like a long time ago or just in the blink of an eye? Was that your parents' generation? Maybe, just maybe, you're listening right now and 1938 feels like just yesterday. It's crazy to think how time is so based on perception. To say the 90s to so many people listening right now, that sounds like, yeah, that just happened. Where were the 90s? And then you think about the fact that the 90s were 25 plus years ago. Crazy to think how fast time goes, and as we well know, a day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as a day. But until the Lord returns, we still have a grand work to do. The Great Commission. Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel. Today, I'd like to share with you just a little bit from our latest newsletter. This just got out in the mail. Many of our donors and partners are receiving this. But one of the reasons I want to talk to you about what I say in this newsletter is because I spend some time focusing on our ministry philosophy. Why do we do what we do? And the question or the subtitle for this thought today is this: how can we reach a world we never touch? Let's think about that. Really, why? Why did our founder, Dr. Paul Levine, feel such a burden to reach the unreached? Why has BTI, this ministry, Bible Tracts Incorporated, spent over 8 decades, 85 years now, distributing the gospel worldwide? Why do we continue the mission today? Well, the Bible has all the answers. I just quoted for you Mark 16:15, and he, that's Jesus, said unto them, Go ye into all the world, and preach the gospel to every creature. John 20, verse 21. Then said Jesus to them again, Peace be unto you, as my Father hath sent me, even so send I you. In Acts chapter 1 and verse 8. But ye shall receive power. After that the Holy Ghost is come upon you. And ye shall be witnesses unto me, both in Jerusalem, and in all Judea, and in Samaria, and unto the uttermost part of the earth. Yes, the why, capital W-H-Y, is that simple. Our purpose is still crystal clear. And we are so blessed to be partners with you in the Great Commission. We love it, yes, when God allows us to see significant numbers of tracts printed and many countries reached. But while big numbers may impress, they don't capture the whole story. At BTI, we want to reach individuals. We desire for lives to be changed. As I think about the dear Kenyan children walking alongside my wife in the picture that's on the front cover of this newsletter, my wife is center framed with, I can count in this picture, just in the frame of this picture, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 young people that are just about within arm's reach of my wife, and another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus that are in the background. And there's 2 on each side of my wife that are grasping her hands. At the end of this day, when we finally got back to our lodgings, her hands, her arms, her forearms were caked in orange, because that's the color of the dirt road that these young children were playing on before we drove 4 or 5 hours to get to them and to preach and to give out gospel tracts. And as I think about those Kenyan young people, I'm reminded of the song that asks, how can we reach a world we never touch. We are so thankful that more than 400 people have already let us know they've accepted Christ in 2024. But we know, as well as you, that reaching the world is not a numbers game. While we love, I greatly enjoy reaching people in large groups, we also realize that often, almost exclusively, the most remarkable effect one can make is a personal impact. But a real personal impact often requires an individual relationship, an expenditure of money, an investment of time. That's why we're so thankful for partners like you. Through God's grace and the giving of God's people like you, we aren't planning on stopping any time soon. I'd encourage you all this week, we're not done yet today, but all this week we're going to give you just a little update on what's been going on at Bible Tracts Incorporated. We're going to give an impact report in the near future. I'm going to talk to you in just a moment today about a limited edition tract. This one's time sensitive, so don't go anywhere because I need to talk to you about this, and we're offering it for free. You might want to get some. But then we get to talk about what God did over this summer. We'll be talking about that later on in this week and sharing some testimonies from God's people just like you and telling you what's been going on at Paul Levine Studios, the music recording arm of BTI, and sharing an international update and a prisoner testimony and talking about this very program, Bible Tract Echoes. And I'm also going to be answering towards the very end of the week, I think it's Thursday, maybe Friday, I'm going to be answering, why do I travel so much? That's a great question. I've had people ask that question. I figured if one or two ask, maybe there's a lot more that are curious. Why do I travel domestically? Why do I travel internationally? And then one of the last things we'll do, a friend of mine, a dear pastor friend, he wrote a short article, Why I Love Bible Tracts Incorporated. I'm going to share that with you a little later this week, but right now I've got to tell you about a gospel tract. It's striking. It's an eye-catching design. Of course, we endeavor for all of our gospel tracts to have an eye-catching design. Our hope, our prayer was not that people would disregard them and ignore them. But this one right here, it's titled Your Decision 2024. Now, what decision do we face here in 2024? You're thinking the presidential race. You're thinking Senate seats and House of Representatives. You're thinking we've got to vote on a bunch of people that they lie to us half the time and I can't trust them the rest of the time. And I'm not talking about that decision, though. This gospel tract, yes, it has a political look to it. Yes, it has a political vibe or feel. The coloration has the red, white, and blue. You could think that maybe this is just some pundit or some candidate that's trying to get your attention and get you to vote for them. Actually, it's no one of this earth that I'm trying to get you to vote for with Your Decision 2024. I'm trying to get you to turn your eyes heavenward. This gospel tract says this: right now, at a critical time, we find ourselves facing a massive decision. Actually, I'm not talking about who we elect to be the next president. What if I told you that the person you vote for on November 5th is not the biggest choice you will make this year? The real issue in 2024 and every day and every year is not about politics or our nation. The most important decision you will make is about your eternal soul. That's what this gospel tract goes on to explain. It shows how you can know for sure where you are going when you die, because that's the most important thing. And we believe in this message so much that we've printed tens of thousands of these gospel tracts, and you can order some right now. You can go to BibleTractsInc.org. That's BibleTractsInc.org, and you can order some. If you have questions or if you have a comment about this or even the radio program in general, I'd love to hear from you. You can text me at 309-316-7240. That's 309-316-7240. But In addition to this gospel tract, we also put out, this is something new for us. We've only done a couple of them so far. I think this may be the third or fourth one. We produced here at BTI, we have a wonderful videographer named Cameron on our staff, and he created a gospel film revolving around Your Decision 2024. And this gospel film, some people, they enjoy picking up a gospel tract, the tactile sensation of holding something in their hands, but there's a lot of folks, I say we printed tens of thousands of these, but we only printed tens of thousands of these. There are 300 and something like 45 million Americans that are facing this presidential choice, but they're facing the bigger decision about their eternal soul. And a video oftentimes can go, we use the word viral. It can be spread far and wide. And that's our hope. That's our desire for this video. And if you'd like to see that video and you'd like a link to it, maybe you could text me at 309-316-7240. We'd love to send that to you. Maybe, just maybe, you'd like to show it in your church or something like that. And if it can be a help to you, we would absolutely love to send it to you. Now, that being the case, these gospel tracts, these gospel films, they don't do anybody any good sitting in our warehouse here at BTI. Especially this gospel tract, we have to get them all out. We need them in your hands, and we need you to give them to the lost, those that are making an eternal decision, not about Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. They need to make an eternal decision about their soul, and they need these gospel tracts before November 5th. Because that's what this gospel tract, that's the theme. It's a current event tract. And so, yes, we have, I want to say right now we have, I think, less than 20,000 gospel tracts left, and they will likely be gone very soon. And so if you'd like to order some, go to BibleTractsInc.org. That's BibleTractsInc.org. That gospel film, Your Decision 2024, it should be on the website as well. Or again, you can text me, 309-316-7240. If you'd like to see that gospel film. But let me encourage you, take this opportunity. Take this opportunity. You're not offending anyone, left side of the aisle, right side of the aisle, whether your party's animal is a donkey or an elephant. Either way, this gospel tract is for you. No matter where you stand on the current issues, let me encourage you to stand on the eternal issues of where people will go when they die. BibleTractsInc.org. Get some free copies, or if you'd like some customized for your church, do so ASAP as well. We're going to continue talking about what God's been doing at BTI over these next couple of days. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day for His glory, and we will, as always, plan on talking to you soon. God bless.
Thank you for joining us today for Bible Tract Echoes, a ministry of Bible Tracts Incorporated. If you would like to receive a free sample booklet of all of our tracts, you can contact us by calling 309-828-6888. That's 309-828-6888. Our mailing address is P.O. Box 130, Dwight, Illinois 60420. A faster way to contact us is to go to our website at BibleTractsInc.org. That's BibleTractsInc.org. There you will find more information about our ministry and details on how you can support Bible Tracts Incorporated. Thanks for listening, and may the Lord richly bless you as you serve Him.